Pediatric psychologist Stephen Graham in cooperation with the Sutton Police Department. Date, January 5th, 1986. Time, let's just say 11:30 a.m. Sorry, I want to check my watch while driving. I put it in the passenger seat. So, about 2 weeks ago, the DeWittz family here in Sutton, Braxton County, found a young John Doe in their backyard with severe wounds, apparently linked to the natural elements. We had a cold winter, so it is presumed at some point Mr. Doe was able to catch a ride here, or we're really not very sure. The subject has not been very cooperative with us thus far. Either way, he did not appear to be suffering from hypothermia, and he wasn't well within the metaphorical throes of death by exposure, so that's really a miracle. We're expecting he was potentially out within the elements or outside of his house for about 5 days, potentially less than that. We are unable to tell at the moment. The family, the DeWittz family, I should say, took him to Braxton County Memorial, where he was able to recover surprisingly quickly, and the family chose to keep him as one of their own, though I do not believe there's been any formal adoption process. I don't blame them. Their son passed away last year. Not a great excuse, though, for their lack of cooperation so far with the police department. Mr. DeWittz, who is the fire chief here, contacted us a few days ago clearing an interview with the boy. I'm not really sure what Detective O'Hara and Spencer really want here. The brief psychological dialogue we had with the boy yielded next to nothing. He has shown himself to be unwilling to cooperate with the police department, and we only know some things from what Chief DeWittz was able to share with us. For one, the boy now prefers to be called Adam. If you ask me, that is probably more to do with Doreen than the boy's personal choice. Anyway, we also know that he showed some psychological damage associated with trauma. The working theory among the detectives and the family is that he must have escaped some sort of abusive family situation during some sort of critical moment of tension. When we found him, he had been tied at the hands and feet and had a deep wound we usually see with piercing weapons on his right hand. We also know some information regarding nightmares he's had, which was observed by Nurse Mildred Crook, while he was at Memorial, and some additional information from the DeWittz family. My goal here is to just ask a couple questions here and there so that the detectives over at the police department, as well as Mr. Michael Leland from the sheriff's office, can potentially review, and hopefully this will add some sort of information to this case. I know right now the case seems to be fruitless, but hopefully I will be able to provide some psychiatric expertise to help the situation. The DeWittz family has permitted me to record audio in this interview, but unfortunately they have said that they would rather not let me record video within their private domicile. I respect this decision. They're well within their rights. I believe I should be about now 5 minutes away. You will hear from me again shortly. Hey. So I'm glad you decided you were cool to sit down here with me. I promise I'm here to help you, Adam. So, speaking of, could you tell me your name? Do you respond to the name Adam? Okay. Let me know that Mr. Adam is nodding. So, where are you from, Mr. Adam? What are the names of your parents? Are you from here in Braxton County or West Virginia? Mr. Adam. Okay, he is shaking his head. Could you do me a favor and speak up? It might be hard to keep up with how you're thinking and feeling if you stay quiet. I promise I have your best intentions in my heart right now. All right. He just shook his head. How long were you outside, Adam? If it's okay with you, I'd like to move on to another subject. I was told by Mr. DeWittz and Nurse Millie about you having issues with nightmares. How about we talk some about that? I promise if you talk to me, I will do my very best to help you, sir. Mr. Adam did not respond. At Memorial, I heard you had a nightmare about your father and his friend. Can you tell me some more about that? What went on this nightmare? What are your feelings on this? Okay. If it jogs your memory, you came to Nurse Millie for help after reportedly having a nightmare in which you, well, you didn't say, but I assume it involves your father. After you had this nightmare, you began crying out for him. Does this sound right? Mr. Adam? Okay. I heard the other day you talked to someone about your sister. What can you tell me about her? Mr. Adam, what can you tell me about your sister?